Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for yoga tonight. So, our reflection is going to be a piece by Maya Angelou, American writer. You all know, I'm sure. And this is a piece called I've Learned. Maybe you're familiar with it. I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it will be better tomorrow. I've learned that you can tell a lot about a person by the way he or she handles these three things: a rainy day, lost luggage, and tangled Christmas tree lights. Okay, I've learned that regardless of your relationship with your parents, you'll miss them when they're gone from your life. I've learned that making a living is not the same thing as making a life. I've learned that life sometimes gives you a second chance. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That makes me feel warm inside on a cold winter day. So I wanted to share that. And I hope it resonates with you as well. So find a comfortable position. Sit on the floor, sit on a chair, bring your hands in front of your legs, see if you can hug in a little bit, and feel your spine getting nice and tall. Can you feel the parts of you that are on your mat? See if you could feel that, the sides of your feet touching the mat, your sitting bones. And let's make some circles here. So maybe bring your hands in front of your knees and make some circles in whichever direction feels comfortable to you. Getting bigger and bigger, we're going to get our whole body untangled and then stop wherever you are and make circles in the other direction. So we'll start here, untangling. Just making some circles and notice how you feel on the inside. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself to a comfortable seat. Let your hands rest in your lap. And to notice your breath. It's when you breathe in, you breathe out. What do you feel in your nose, in your nostrils as you breathe in? Temperature of the air, feel the breath as you breathe out. Feel a little different, maybe a little warmer. Notice what moves as you breathe in. With your chest. Bring your hand to your chest, to your belly, maybe. Your belly. Breathe in. Let your belly round. Draw in as you exhale. And breath, just being with your breath. That's how you feel. Notice how maybe your mind feels. Maybe your thoughts begin to calm down. They call it a monkey mind, that a mind is jumping all over like a monkey. And we want to calm down, focusing on our breath. Maybe it's the monkey to calm down a little bit, or sit and look. Let the back of your hands rest on your knees or on your thighs. Notice when you take your next inhale, and then when you breathe out, let your fingers start to curl in. Inhale, let your fingers open. Exhale, let your fingers curl in, not to a fist, just a little bit. Inhale, let your fingers open. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, open. Let's do that 3 more times. How does it feel to be linking this simple movement with your breath? Last one. All right. Now, bring your hands by your sides, and as you inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. If that feels okay, and exhale, let your arms float down. And if you're feeling any soreness, just bring your arms up halfway, inhaling and exhaling down. Let's take 2 more breaths like this. And as we go through the yoga practice, please remember to inhale and exhale at your own pace. And if anything that we do feels uncomfortable in your body, just not do it. You could skip it. You could do it with 50% instead of 100%. This is your yoga practice, and I'm a guide, but your yoga practice develops your relationship with yourself, with what's going on beneath your skin. So there's no need to go into discomfort or pain. Bring your hands in front of you, walk your fingertips forward. And then when you feel like a good amount, you can soften your elbows. Now you don't have to bend all the way over. You might feel your lower back begin to call out. So just go to a place where the feeling is just starting and you might feel a little stretching. Yourself breathe. And now come up on your fingertips, walk over to the right, and let's fold over that right thigh. Two more breaths. And then bring your right hand outside of your right hip. And on your inhale, bring your left arm up and overhead. And take a nice big bend to the right. Two more breaths. Look up at that hand. And look down at your other. And then come back up to sitting. Let's bring the hands in front again. Walk your fingertips forward. Bend forward, but not too far, not into pain. Getting a little feeling into the lower back, and then walk your hands over to the left. Fold over that left thigh. Catch your breath. Then let your left hand come outside your left hip and bring the right arm up and overhead. 3 more breaths. We'll come up to sitting. I'm going to check bends from side to side. Let's sit nice and tall. And now we're going to right knee, sit nice and tall and take a turn to the right. Over your right shoulder. But let's, as we're breathing, see what happens if we take the chin and then turn to look over your left shoulder. Take a couple breaths here. And then turn your chin back to look over the right shoulder. Take 2 more breaths. The tops of your shoulders soft. Back face the front. Now we're going to take a turn to the left. So your left fingertips can go behind and your right hand to your left knee. Feel yourself turning. Feel that rotation in your rib cage, and your shoulders, with the tops of the shoulders stay nice and soft. Now let your chin turn to the right. Take 2 breaths here. And now turn your chin back over to the left and then bring your shoulders to the front. All right. All right, we're going to now inhale and let your chest come forward and lift your chin. And then as you exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. Good. And inhale, bringing your torso forward, lifting your chin. Exhale, rounding and tucking. Do that 2 more times. This one. Exhale. Last one. So what we're doing is we're moving the spine and we're getting the breath moving around through all the nooks and crannies inside and all the processes, our fascia and our muscles and our joints, getting that the breath to move around and refresh all throughout your body. So now let your right leg straighten. Your left knee is bent. We're going to face that right knee and fold over. Maybe you can touch your toes or your ankles. Not mandatory. Just notice yourself folding and then bring your right arm inside that right leg. A little bit of a hug and open your left shoulder. You can lift your left arm. Take 1 more breath here. Let your left arm come down and behind you, and then sweep the right arm down and around, and so you can come up. So you can come up on your left shin and lift up. Maybe look up to the ceiling. And if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can keep your hips on the floor if that feels better. Come to the place that feels beneficial to you. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now let that right arm circle down and around as you come back to the floor and fold over your right leg 1 more time. Good. Come back up to sitting. And now we're going to change legs. So bending the right knee and extending the left. Fold over that left leg. Notice where you feel sensations. Keep the left side on of the hips, lower back. Now let that left arm come inside the leg and just hug in enough. The right shoulder opens and lift that right arm up overhead. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel free to exhale through rounded lips. Reach that right arm up and then behind you, and then swoop the left arm down and around and maybe lift up. And if you're lifted or if your hips are on your mat, just See if you can let yourself expand. Expand from arm to arm, across your chest, across your collarbones, and in your mind. Bring that left arm down, hips down, fold over that left leg. Take a pause. That's how you feel. And then we're going to come to hands and knees. And breathe up and down the spine. So put your knees be under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders, and then walk your hands up a couple inches and spread your fingers. On your inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, and on your exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. One breath lead to the next. Let the movement just move up and down your spine. Take one more breath like this. Come to a neutral spine, and then see if you can make some big circles. Good. Bring your hips over to the right, and around to the left, coming back up. And then notice your arms might come down, get your shoulders involved. Good. And then when you're ready, take your circles in the other direction. Now we're bringing the hips down by the left foot over to the right. Front, let's take two more like this. Good. And come back to hands and knees. And now we're going to inhale, bring the shoulders forward. And exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels and stretch your arms out. Good. Let's do that again. So we're going to inhale, come up. Shoulders go forward. Bring that stretch in your wrists. And exhale, bring your hips to your heels. Let's do that one more time. And now, if you'd like, you can stay here in child's pose. Feet across your arms and rest your head. As you breathe, you feel the inhale coming into your belly. And exhale, releasing. Let's take one more breath here. When you're ready, we're going to come back up to hands and knees. And I'm going to turn, face the long end of the mat. But we're going to let the right foot come out to the side. And then come up to kneeling on the left knee. So let your right hand is resting on your right thigh. So let the right hand come down, the right leg, and your left arm lift up overhead. Look up at that left hand. Notice where you feel that expansion going on. One more breath here. And then come back up. That left arm is up. And you bring your left arm out to the side. And then all the way down to your mat. You can stay right here. Or if you'd like, you can reach your right arm up. And maybe if you could let that left hand come down, maybe you can lift your right leg. Like to try bending that right knee and maybe finding the heel or your foot. Wobbling is allowed. Working our balance. Take one more breath here. Bring your right hand down, walk it in front of you, and now bring the right knee down. Let's come into child's pose. So sit your hips back towards your heels. A breath or two. We'll do the left side. So when you're ready, we're going to come back up onto our knees and then let your left leg go out to the side. And now you're kneeling on the right, left leg is out to the side. The left hand is on that left leg. As you inhale, reach up, going over. Right arm can be up and overhead, maybe looking up. Maybe inhaling through your nose and exhaling through rounded lips. And then reach that right arm up and out and down to the floor. Get your fingertips down and reach that left arm up and overhead. Finding space inside, finding expansion. Let that right hand come all the way down, lifting the left leg off the floor. I like to try to bend that left knee and find your foot. See what your body is doing today. Friends with our body, ourselves. That's important. When you're ready, release that left foot, let your knee come down. Let's find child's pose again. If you'd like, you can let your knees come apart and your toes together and come all the way down to child's pose. And just tuning in and noticing how you feel. When you're ready, we're going to come back up through hands and knees and then all the way up to standing. Walk your hands back, walk your hands up your legs if you'd like. And come back up to standing, and then let's kind of loosen up. Loosen, take a few steps, let your arms be loose. We're trying to let our body be limber. Loosening in the joints, in the fascia, giving all those parts of us a little squirt of fresh breath and oxygen and fluids. All right, so let's stand with your ankles under your knees, under your hips. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And exhale, let your arms float back down. This time we're going to add a side bend. So inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And then exhale, let that right arm kind of float in front of you, left arm overhead. Take a bend to the right. Feel your left foot pressing down and supporting you. And you're taking a couple breaths here. Next, inhale, come back to reaching both arms up and overhead. Exhale. Big inhale, and then take a bend to the left, and let that left arm just kind of float in front of you. Right arm overhead. Pressing down with that right foot. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Good, and come back up and reach your right arm up. Going to take a big inhale and then exhale. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And your next inhale, lift your fingers back behind you. Maybe they can lift a little bit away from your hips, from your bottom. opening across your collarbones. All right, we're going to soften the knees, fold forward, release your hands, let your hands fold down. And then reach your hands back behind you, palms up. Next inhale, come forward into chair pose. Take a few breaths in chair pose. This is a wonderful pose for building strength in your body. Strength in those leg bones and muscles, which is really important. All right, next inhale, straighten up all the way, and then exhale your arms down by your sides. Now, we're going to put those movements together with our breath, see how it goes. And if you want to stop and do more breaths in any of the positions, go right ahead. So, but we're going to try to inhale as we move and exhale when we get there. So, inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, and exhale, going to bend to the right. That right arm in front. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sweep the left arm in front as you bend to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, your hands behind you, inner legs. And then inhale, open in front, and exhale, bend your knees and fold over. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands behind you as you come halfway up. And inhale, bring your hands forward like you're sitting in a chair. Let's take 2 more breaths in chair pose. Your hands are facing each other with your fingers spread. Exhale, and then inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, let your arms come down. Let's do that again. So we're going to inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, lifting overhead. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, fold over. Inhale, let your hands come down. Exhale, bring your hands flat behind you, coming halfway up. Inhale, sitting into the chair, hands coming forward. And let's take 2 breaths here, just because this is a good one. This is always good for our health and our strength. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale your arms down. Let's do that one more time. All right, so inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up. Exhale your hands behind. Inhale, open across your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, bring your hands behind you, halfway up, and then inhale, bring forward into chair pose, and taking 2 breaths here. All the way up, and exhale your arms down by your sides. Good. All right, I think we need to shake it out again. Just kind of walking it out. Good. Good. Now let's find our standing stillness. And then we'll do a balance pose. So again, your ankles under your knees, under your hips. And then lift the muscles above your knees. Lift your chest up to your shoulders, and then let your shoulder blades come down your back. Let your fingers come down and point towards the floor. You can lift and separate your toes and let your toes come back down. Eyes may close, or you want to look straight ahead. And notice if you're feeling any movement, if you're swaying a bit, one way, the other, forward or back. Keep breathing until the movement ceases. Find that stillness in your body. Stillness in the mind as well. Bring the hands together. Try to get equal balance on each leg. We're going to do a different kind of balancing here. We haven't done this before, as far as I know. So you're going to take your right hand. As you lift your right hand, you're going to lift your left knee. So you lift the right hand, left knee, come down. And now we're going to lift the left hand and the right knee. Come down. Right arm, left knee. Come down. Right. It's almost like there's like an invisible string from the hand to the knee. Step. Try that. Maybe 2 more rounds. So in, right arm, left knee, down. Last time. Right. All right. We're going to face the right, this short end of the mat, and step your left foot back, right foot forward. So we're going to come into warrior 1 on this side. So let your right hand come to your waist, left arm is down. So we're going to inhale, bend the right knee, lift the left arm. And then exhale, come back to a straight knee, arm down. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting, bending. Exhale, straightening and lowering. Last one like this. Good. Now let your right arm come down too. And this time as you bend the right knee, reach both of your arms up and overhead. Spread your fingers. Palms are facing each other. Finding your warrior 1. Let the tops of your shoulders soften as your arm. You don't have to lift your shoulders. Let your shoulders soften as you lift your arms. And notice your legs underneath you. You're going to feel like they could come together even though they're separate. Feel your warrior, power. Now we're going to reach the hands forward. Take an inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to open that left arm to the side. And follow it with your eyes. And then inhale, bring the left hand next to the right. Exhale, open. Inhale, facing forward. Exhale, opening that arm behind you. Good. Let's do that one more time. Let's come back. Hands facing forward. Straighten that right knee. Reach over the right knee and then let your hands down to the right leg. Couple breaths here. And even reach that left arm up to the sky. Turning to look over to the left. Exhale, bring that hand in. Stepping on that leg, coming back up to stand. Let your toes face your mat and you can take the hips side to side. Moving forward, letting your shoulders come forward. releasing any tension we may have built up. So going into the warrior. Building strength and muscle as you do these standing poses. Good. And then come back up to standing. Step your feet together. And let's do it this way. We're going to face the other side of the mat. Let your right foot come back, left foot forward. Just doing it the opposite way. Okay, now I'm good. I got my left foot forward, my right foot back. Let the right arm come down. The left hand is at your waist. Good. We're going to bend left knee, lift the right arm. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bending, lifting. Exhale, coming down. Deep breaths. See if you can feel the breath on your back as you move. One more like this. Now let your left hand come down, and as you inhale, we're going to come into warrior. Your left knee is bent, your arms overhead, fingers are spread, palms facing each other. Finding the strength in your legs, arms. 2 more breaths, in through the nose, out through that little space between your lips. Now reach your arms forward. Inhale here and exhale. Open your right arm. Follow it with your eyes as you bring it behind you. And then inhale, and forward. Exhale, open, bring it behind. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. With that knee, want to straighten the knee, you can do that as well. It's getting a little sore. If you're feeling soreness, be sure to honor your body. It's okay to straighten that knee. Now, when you're ready, let's fold over that left leg. As you're folding over, can you maybe see if you can lift up out of your hips a little bit? If you lift your hips back and your torso forward a little bit. Back up to standing. And we'll face the front. And once again, take the knees one side and the other. You let your arms go this time. Just opposite leg. Back up to standing. We're going to make our way down to sitting. So inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your waist, bring your hands down. Inhale, come halfway up and look forward. Exhale, bending your knees, all the way down, bring your hands down. We're going to sit in staff pose. So straighten your legs in front of you. Now, let your legs, let your feet be hip distance apart. So they're about maybe 6 inches apart. Flex your feet. You can bring your hands behind your back. Open across your collarbones. Feel a lift here in your upper chest. Maybe your torso feels like it's standing even though it's sitting. Feel your shoulder blades on your back and the tops of your shoulders soften. Next, inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees. Bring your arms under your legs. Take a couple breaths, fold it over. One more breath. Inhale, come back to sitting up. Now let's bend the right knee and let the right foot come against the inside of your left leg. And see if you can let your left toes point up to the ceiling so that left leg is larger. Inhale, lift the arms up, nice and tall, and exhale, fold over that left leg. One more breath. Come back up to sitting. Let the right knee point up, the right foot on the floor. You might plug your torso in towards that right leg and then take a turn to the right. Your fingertips behind. Hold the right leg with your left hand. Feel like you're reaching through that left foot. Nice tall spine. One more breath. And then turn and face the front. Maybe bounce out your knees a little bit. All right. So now we're going to bend the left knee. Let the foot rest against the right leg. Let your right toes point up. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, and exhale, fold over that right leg. Two more breaths. Noticing what feels good, what feels beneficial in your body. Come back up to sitting, and now let the left foot be on the floor. Your left knee is pointing up, and your foot is still about 5 or 6 inches from the right leg. And now we're going to turn to the left. Sit nice and tall. Keep my right foot flexed. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then face your toes, straighten the left leg, bounce your knees out a little bit. And we're going to come to lying down on your back. And notice that feeling of lying down, of being horizontal. Feel that feeling of letting go, feeling the gentle energy of gravity. Now let's point the toes, reach through the soles of your feet, reach your hands back overhead, lengthen your body. When you're ready, draw your knees in, wrap your arms around your legs, roll side to side. Letting go. Now straighten the legs again. Let's come into banana pose. So your arms are overhead. Lift your head and shoulders and take them a little bit to the right. Now walk your heels over to the right. So you're making a big bend in your body, and you might even want to take that left ankle and put it on top of the right foot. And you might even want to take your right hand and hold your left wrist. Right. Take a couple more breaths in this reclined bend. otherwise known as banana pose. One more breath here. All right, let your head straighten, let your legs straighten. And then when you're ready, reach your hands overhead, let your head and shoulders and arms come to the left a little bit. Walk your heels to the left a little bit, and maybe take that right ankle over the left foot. Maybe take your left hand around your right wrist. And 3 more breaths here. And our banana pose. And then come into a straight line. Bend your knees, bring your feet on the floor. We're going to do a couple rounds lifting and lowering the hips. So on your inhale, roll the hips up. Maybe let's let both arms go back if you'd like. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lifting hips and arms. Exhale, rolling back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Exhale, rolling down the spine. It's almost like giving yourself a massage. Let your knees go side to side. And now let's pick the feet off the floor. Your knees are over your hips. Your knees are bent. Bring your arms out to the sides. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, let both of your legs roll to the right. And then you can make any adjustments. Excuse me. Maybe straighten your legs. Finding a sense of comfort on that side. Excuse me, I have to get a drink of water. I hope you're enjoying the side bend. Take 1 more breath here. And then roll onto your back. Your knees are over your hips. Arms out to the side. Big inhale and exhale both of your legs to the left. Again, if you want to straighten one or both of them, see if you can find a place of comfort here, a place where it feels beneficial. Take 3 more breaths. Onto your back. Your feet come down, straighten your legs. And let your legs be mat with the front. Arms come by your sides with the palms up. And to come into a place of relaxation. I guide you through. Whole body soften. So notice the places that are supported by your mat, supported by the floor. Start there. Letting them soften. Take rest. The back of your head, shoulders, the back, hips, legs. Starting to soften. Restful place. Your awareness up to the top of your face, the space between your eyes, space around your cheeks, and all these places soft. On your jawline, your lips, all those muscles soft. Take rest. Your awareness down the back into your right shoulder, right upper arm and elbow, lower arm, wrist, and hand. With that whole right arm. So become soft and take rest. And bring your awareness to your left shoulder and upper arm and elbow, lower arm, wrist, and hand. And with that whole left arm, go soft and light. Take rest. Let your awareness come through your back, your torso to your lower back, to right hip, thigh, and knee, lower right leg, ankle, and foot. Right leg. And soft and light. Bring your awareness to your left hip and thigh and knee, lower left leg, ankle, and foot. Whole left leg. Soft and light. Take rest. Let your whole self rest the next few minutes. Everything gone. Yourself feel light and soft. And to bring your awareness back to your breath. What's your next inhale? You're lifting, lowering as you exhale. Just follow, be with your breath. Follow your breath. Spreading out on the exhale. And then find some movement in your fingers, movement in your toes. Maybe you can take your thumbs and run your thumbs over the tips of your fingers. It's that feeling. Toes, put some movement. And let your head slowly turn to the right, to the left. And when you're ready, let's take a couple big breaths. You can reach your arms back overhead. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through your mouth. Making a sound, a sigh, a yawn. Let's do that again. So big inhale, and then exhale. Everything goes. And then take your time. Come back up to a comfortable seat. Roll onto one side. You can press your hands into the floor. Take your time. Comfortable seat. And then bring your palms together in front of your heart. And then we're going to let the base of the palms separate. So your fingers are touching and the cups of your hands are away from each other, like you're holding a globe, a mini globe or a ball. Just your fingertips are touching. The next time you exhale, bring your palms together. And then inhale, find the globe. And exhale, palms together. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. One more time. Hands together, and let your thumbs come to your chest. You bring to mind something or someone or some situation that you're thankful, grateful for. That image grow inside. A person, a place, a situation, a pet. Gratitude grow and grow. Take it with you. Spirit in me honors the spirit in each of you. Namaste. And take all the good feelings of yoga with you off the mat into your daily life to help you improve your own health and well-being. The breathing, the movement, the spine lifting, opening across your collarbones. See what might come to mind as you go through your day. And thank you for joining.